Live, but I think we need the countdown timer. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coffee with Carl. We're running on Duncan. I appreciate all 4 of you watching so much. Tuning in live, 11 o'clock, especially because I'm a few minutes late. Tuning in live on Tuesday, March 22nd for this episode of Coffee with Carl. So, without ado, let's get cracking.
It's the time of the week once again. Attention please, it's Coffee with Carl. For all of you who need a helping hand in real estate world, it's Coffee with Carl. Whether you're selling or buying, there's so many things to consider. Grab a paper and pen and your favorite brew. This informative recaps coming live to you. It's the time of the week once again. It's Coffee with Carl.
Wow. I hope everybody's doing great. I have to calm down a little bit because I just got off of a training where I just talked for like an hour straight. Hopefully it was informative to my agents, but I'm feeling very pent up. So I'm just going to take it down a notch. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to have a little coffee. Maybe somebody wants to comment. Who wants to talk to me? Leave me a comment. Say, hey, Carl, how's it going? I'm doing great. How are you? Instead, I'm just talking to myself, which is fine. This is not which is a good thing. I enjoy talking to myself. But I hope everybody's doing good. This week, we've got some fun things to discuss. So first, I want to show... oh, hey, Joe. See, somebody's talking to me. Hopefully you're on a roof somewhere doing some inspection. What a great picture. As a matter of fact, let me show this real quick. Let me go to Joe's Facebook page. Joe is a home inspector and a great guy. And he shared a picture. And hopefully you're okay with me sharing this, Joe. Let me save this image. Joe showed a picture of, I would assume something you saw in a home inspection. Let me see if I can pop this up here. Yeah, so, can I zoom out of this? Oh, there we go. So this looks like a support. And it's a nice bend in that support, which is just crazy. It looks like it's a support in a basement. I'm trying to scroll up and down there. Yeah, not anchored into anything and just bending. Yeah, that was at an inspection. Really, really interesting. Hopefully that can be fixed. Obviously, everything can be fixed. No need to panic, everybody. But yeah, that was a good picture. I got a blast out of that. It's really interesting to see, and I'm sure you've got stories to tell, which is just funny. It's just funny. Anyways, I wanted to share with you guys a video I took over the weekend. My daughter and I were creating a new video about moving to East Haddam, and we did some beautiful pictures of Gillette's Castle. So I just wanted to share those with you. Let me see if this works. So this is about a minute long. It was a really cool time. So Gillette's Castle is a state park, so you cannot use the drone inside the park. It's actually against the law to drone inside national parks. But so what we did is we went down to the Chester Hadline Ferry and launched from there, and then from the river took this footage, which was really cool. Gillette's Castle is a really cool spot. I don't know if anybody's ever been there, but it's a lot of fun just to walk around. William Gillette, as a matter of fact, I was looking at some information. William Hooker Gillette, born July 24th, 1853, and most famous. Does anybody know what he's most famous for? Probably not. He's most famous for playing Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. Who knew that? He was best remembered for portraying Sherlock Holmes on stage in a 1916 silent film, thought to be lost until it was rediscovered in 2014. Wow, silent film. His most significant contributions to the theater were devising realistic stage settings. So he was a theater guy, which is fitting that Gillette's Castle is in East Haddam, near the Goodspeed. Oh, and there's the picture I took that was down from pointing down towards the shoreline from the Goodspeed, from the Hadline Ferry. But it's a really cool spot. If you go down to Gillette's Castle and walk around, I think it's open. Let me just look here. Yeah, you can get tickets for the visitor center, They're limited to 12 visitors every 15 minutes. I think they're $5 or something. Looks like a medieval fortress, but step inside the stone castle reveals the built-in couches, table trackway, and wood carvings that all point to the creative genius that was William Gillette. So, cool spot down in East Haddam. Just thought I would highlight that a little bit. Our next segment is Everyday Heroes, and it is with the King of Cans, Jeff Myjak. So we're going to get right into that right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I wanted to bring my next guest on, Jeff Myjak, who is the president and CEO of Cans for a Cause. Hey, Jeff, thanks for joining us.
Hi there. Thanks for having me.
Jeff is a hero for doing what he does in the community. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your program, Jeff?
What we do is we collect unwanted bottles and cans that have deposits on them. We take and redeem them and then put the money back into the community. We help veterans programs, local food banks, warm the children, holiday toy drives, any place where we can find a good cause to help people who really need help.
That's awesome. And why did you start the program? What was your inspiration? How'd you get into it?
That inspired me back in about 2018 when somebody said, only 51% of the bottles in this state actually get returned. What happens to the other 49%? And I started doing some research and looking and saying, wow, that adds up to a lot of money. At the time, it was about $30 million.
Wow.
Now it's up to, last year is $44 million of bottles and cans don't get returned.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's a lot of unused money, right? So
unused money, yeah. It goes to the state of Connecticut and they throw it in their general fund and use it for whatever. But I figured, why not see if we can put it back to work here in the community, helping programs that need help that may not otherwise get some funding.
Yeah, and you've had tremendous success. I mean, in 2021, just a couple of stats, right? Close to $4,000 for veteran programs, close to $3,000 for toy drives, close to $5,000 for the Portland Food Bank, $3,100 for St. Vincent de Paul's, $7,700 for Warm the Children, $3,000 for New Horizons,
Yep.
over $35,000 in 2021.
Just in 2021.
That's incredible, Jeff. And I mean,
Yeah.
and let me ask
That's
you,
a lot of nickels.
that's a lot of nickels. I was going to say, did you do the math on that? How many cans is that, right?
Yeah, that was, I believe, just over 700,000.
700,000 cans. That's really, really awesome. Now, let me ask you this. What does the future look like? Is this, you just want to maintain this course? Do you have stretch goals? How does it look?
We've got some stretch goals. We're looking at possibly starting to work with some golf courses in the area and other businesses. We want to get them wherever we possibly can. Hopefully this fall, we're going to look for a building to operate out of. Right now, we work out of my house. But if I can find a place, because in the wintertime, it gets a little tough working out in my driveway and whatnot. So
yeah, I see.
find a place.
I definitely see, you post online, your big heaping mounds of cans in your backyard and your driveway and stuff. Your neighbors must love you.
Actually, they do. They throw bags over under the pile.
Over the fence?
Yep.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. And the bottle bill is growing next year. They're going to be adding things like Gatorade, Powerade, Arizona iced tea, all those things that don't have deposits on them now.
Oh, wow.
They're going to have deposits next year. And then in
Interesting.
2024, the deposit goes up to 10 cents.
Wow. So basically you'd be doubling.
Could very well be doubling.
Very interesting. Very interesting. My last question, what can the everyday Joe or the public in general do to help you in your mission?
What they can do to help me is don't throw away your bottles and cans. Don't throw them into your trash. Don't throw them into your recycling. If you don't want to give them to me, that's fine. Redeem them yourself. Give them to the Boy Scouts. Give them to your church. Give them to somebody. Just let's see them get redeemed and the money be put to good use.
Yeah. Now you have lots of drop-off locations and everything like that, basically all around, right? And that's expanding.
It is expanding, yes.
Yeah. So do you have a list of drop-off locations? I can add that in, into the comments and stuff too. So people are aware. I'm sure that makes it a lot easier for you.
It does. We have the Portland Senior Center, Waverly Farms. We have some spots here in Middletown and Middlefield as well. And if it's not convenient, we actually do pickups.
Gotcha. Yeah. And that's great. I remember and how long have you been doing this?
We started this in July of 2018.
Okay. Because I remember, I know on the Portland community page, people would always ask, like, who's the guy with the cans? Who's the guy who gets the cans, right?
Yep.
So, and I also know that you from a volunteer aspect, you could probably use help in sorting cans. I know that you post things on your personal page and looking for volunteers and things like that, right?
Looking for volunteers to help sort cans and bottles. We have an event usually once or twice a week up here now. Also help picking them up. I mean, I drove almost 10,000 miles last year picking up bottles and cans.
Wow.
We are a 501c3, so I have to keep track of all that stuff now.
Yeah.
So I can put it on my tax returns, but yeah.
Yeah. It's a legitimate thing. And that's, as you grow and get bigger, right? More mileage, more cans, more everything. And so is it just you right now? Are you a solo guy?
No, I've got a president or a vice president, a secretary. I have 2 members on the board of directors.
Nice.
Plus I've got about 10 to 15 regular volunteers.
Okay.
That help me all the time, as well as high school students that come up here and help sort.
Gotcha. Now, does Cans for a Cause?
You help me out too.
Well, yeah, I know you utilize our truck, which is great, and you can continue to do that. Hopefully it makes your trips to you use that for what, the Redemption Center, or? I take
and use it to take 2 to 3 truckloads up to the Redemption Center.
Wow.
Every probably 2 to 3 weeks.
And so you fill up the whole truck?
The whole truck.
3 times?
Yes. 2 to 3 times.
That's crazy. That's a tremendous amount. And thank you for using the truck. That's what the truck's there for, community organizations, charity organizations, civic things. That's a purpose. One of the purposes for having the truck is to help out people like you doing that type of stuff. So I appreciate you utilizing it and keeping it on the road. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
And so lastly, where can people find you? Is there a Cans for a Cause page on Facebook, or what's the best avenue?
There is a Cans for a Cause Facebook page, and it's cans-for-a-cause. There's an email, info@cansforacause.org, or they can call me, 860-788-7891.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you stopping in on Coffee with Carl. You said you were drinking a coffee, right? It's not as big as my big one. What kind you got there? What are you having?
I'm drinking Folgers.
Folgers. Best part of waking up. It's Folgers in your cup. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate you stopping in, and I wish you a lot of luck. And if there's anything that I can do to help you, please don't hesitate to ask.
Great. Thank you, Carl.
That guy is awesome. I mean, the amount of work he does and the amount of money he gives back to the community is astounding. Just from volunteering his time and putting in that hard work, over 30 grand given to all sorts of different charities, which is really to be commended. He is a hero. He is my hero. He is our local hero. That's the guy who picks up the cans. Uh-oh. Did I lose my camera? I'm not sure where my camera went. And so, hold on one second. I could use my Be Right Back. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what happened there. My camera shut off. Oh, Dan, no Sarah tuning in. Hey, Dan. Thanks. Nice lighting. Thank you. I appreciate it. Slick transitions. Dan, you taught me all this stuff, right? I really appreciate that. And Christopher Parker helping out with the transitions, the Everyday Hero bumper coming through. And if anybody doesn't know, that is Captain Carl at the beginning of that. Here, let's take a look at it real quick. We'll pause right at the beginning. Let's see. Oh, let's go. Wait a second. Picture. Oh, I lost it. Okay, not sure what happened there, but anyways, that's Captain Carl. That is the hero of Everyday Heroes. But anyways, Jeff Myjak. Yeah, thanks, Dan. Thanks for all of your video help. I'm trying to do the best I can with my live show. As you can see, it's kind of a mess, but have fun with it anyways. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I don't have anything more this week. I got a bunch more planned that I think will be great. And make sure you tune in next week for another episode of Coffee with Carl.
It's the time of the week once again. Attention please, it's Coffee with Carl. For all of you who need a helping hand in real estate world, it's Coffee with Carl. Whether you're selling or buying, there's so many things to consider. Grab a paper and pen and your favorite brew. This informative recaps coming live to you. It's the time of the week once again. It's Coffee with Carl.